Hi guys, it's Darlene and welcome to my channel. Alright, so today's video is going to be on false eyelashes. My tips and tricks as a novice, what I've learned over the last few months, that's what I'm going to share with you today. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Alright, first and foremost, if you're already subscribed to my channel, I just want to say thank you so very much. If you are not yet subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as that notification bell, and that way you won't miss out on any videos. You know, we've had lots of time on our hands, so I would say probably about 2 or 3 months ago, I bought like a 5-pack from TJ Maxx, really cheap ones, and was, you know, just kind of playing with them. And then I went crazy and bought a whole bunch. This is just a handful that I have. And I started realizing what I like and what I dislike. I'm gonna go through what I have learned that works best for me. Let's start with, how do you pick the best eyelash for you? Trial and error. Number 1 tip is picking a natural lash if you're first starting out. The second tip that I will give you is you're gonna have to find the shape that you like. They have many shapes. These ones, for instance, the ARDELL babies, are the same length from inner to outer corner, same length. The Lily lashes, these go like long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. The ones that I'm wearing, and one of the reasons that I like them is that they go from, they are shorter on the inner corner and then longer on the outer corner, like our natural lashes are. So these ones do that, as well as the ARDELL Demi Wispies, and that's why I love these ones the best. And now, let's go into the tools that you'll need. You're gonna need your eyelashes. You're gonna need an eyelash glue. I personally would suggest using a white because you can see that it goes on and then it will dry clear once it's on your eye. You will need scissors to trim. So these cute little gold scissors, these are every single thing I'm showing you can get off of Amazon. So you don't have to go anywhere or anything like that. You'll need a pair of tweezers, and then ideally if you have a little brush, you know these little brushes that have a spoolie on one end and a little angled brush on the other, you know, you get them in every single makeup brush set that you buy. And you know, how many times do you use this? I never use these. I use it now and I'll show you my little tip and trick. You'll need an eyelash curler. You'll need a mascara. This is where my little sample mascaras come into play. So this one I'm using right now and have been the Estée Lauder Sumptuous Rebel. The reason I like using those is because the brushes tend to be a little bit smaller. So they work perfect. So those are the tools. So the first thing, how do you measure and how do you cut? Okay, so you take your eyelash. I'm gonna use Lily Lash as an example. I've cut all my lashes because I was trying all these for weeks. So you take your eyelash and you want to, even these ones that are super fuzzy, and you can see what I mean by it going, if I put a white box behind you, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So let me do it this way. So you can see from the inner corner here to the outer corner, it's smaller, and then it goes like your natural eye does. But you can see in the center, it's long, short, long, short. Okay, tip number 3, you wanna cut the outer corner where you need to. Tip 4 is cut the least amount as possible, because once you cut too much, you can't go back. Now, some of them that will be less expensive might have a little piece of plastic on both ends, like a little tiny piece that you'll have to nip off. If you do not nip that off, it's gonna poke you and it's gonna bother you, and you're gonna wanna rip your eyelashes off. And we don't want that to happen. So just go ahead and just take your little scissors and you just go ahead and you just trim what needs to be trimmed, okay? And then you do the same for the other side. Now, how do you do that? Well, you go ahead and you first put it up to your eye and measure it. So these ones are already been fitted for my eye because I've already cut them, but you go ahead and look them up and say, okay, you wanna just be gingerly about it and just keep fitting. And then once they're cut, that's it. Great. You can wear them 4, 5, 6, 7, however long. It just depends on the eyelash. It works perfect. Then the next thing, now you'll see this video over here. I am going to go ahead and put the glue on. So it's very simple. You'll just swipe a little bit of glue. I add a little extra glue on the inner corner and outer corner of the lash. The biggest tip here is to let it dry. So tip 5, let it dry for at least 30 to 45 seconds. With the white glue, you will notice that it'll be a bright white, like almost like an Elmer's glue type brightness, and then it'll turn sort of a translucent. So I have a little fan here. Can I just leave that on? It would drive you guys crazy, I'm sure. Oh God, but it's so hot. And you want to let it dry. And then what you do is then you go ahead and take your tweezers. So you have your lash. You can see here, you have your lash. You center the tweezers in the center, and then you put it on the, you just kind of gauge and then pop it on. You pop it on the center. Now each end is going to be up. I take the outer. It's just the way I do it. And I adhere the outer. And it's just as simple as clip it. It's just as simple as just squeezing the little eyelashes and then boop, gently putting it down. And then come over and do the inner corner. Now the inner corner can sometimes be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Just depends on the lash. To help that, before you go to put them on and before you put the glue on, you can bend them a little. So just give them a little bend. To bend to your shape of your eye. And but you can hold that for just a minute. Now let that alone, just leave it alone and move to the other eye and do the same thing. Then go back to the other eye, whichever eye you started with, and what you do is that, remember that this little tool right here, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take that little angled brush part, you're going to close your eye and you're going to push along the band, and that's going to help adhere it, smooth it, and so you just go along and it works beautifully. Then I go to the other eye and do the same thing. Then I go back and then I put the mascara on. So tip 6 is use something to push down along the entire band so that it just really adheres well. Then the next thing is you're going to put mascara on. I have tried to put mascara on before, curl my lashes, put mascara on before, and then try and put the eyelashes. It doesn't work for me because my eyelashes are then curled up and then I'm trying to get in there and it just is so much harder. No, I don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use my mascara and put it on. The majority of the time you want to put it in the outer lashes, your lashes, not the lash, not the false eyelashes, but you want to put a little coating on it all, and then do the other side, and then you're going to crimp. Now this is where you could take your tweezers. Sometimes some of the kits come with this little tool that has this little rubber thing that you could push down with, and then it's like, okay, but a lot of times it doesn't, right? I just happen to have that in one of the kits and I can't even tell you which kit it came in. So take your tweezers, you just want to squeeze your lashes and the false eyelashes and around. This takes a lot of time. So this is what I do. I've never seen anybody do this, but right or wrong, I do it, it works for me. But there is a trick to it. So I take my little eyelash curler. I put all the eyelashes in, right? And there's not a single pair, and believe me, this pair right here was like wearing spiders. I did a video and I was laughing so hard at myself every time I looked. I was like, these things, they were literally up to my eyebrows. They were like insane, even though it's fake. So you fake all of your eyelashes, but here's the tip. Do not go all the way to the base where you would if you were curling your eyelashes, just your eyelashes. So you want to just get to where you're about 2/3 down on your own eyelashes and just give a little squeeze. What that does is crimp your lashes to the eyelash extensions, and it gives it a nice little curl. If you go all the way down, it hasn't happened to me, but I'm going to say, to play it safe, just go part way down, halfway down, whatever. Just don't go all the way down, because what'll happen is it might catch the glue, and then when you go to lift, it could lift the eyelash strip up. It's never done that to me, but I could see where it could happen if you go all the way down. I hope I'm making sense. So that is my big tip. This works really, really well. And then just take that little spoolie and just give them a little fluff. There you have it. Super easy. I will pull you in so that I can show you what these ones look like. You can see right here a close-up of how these ones look, and I think I'm really enjoying these. I've been putting them on almost every day. Every day that I get dressed, I put these on. I've been loving them. I just think they're great. Let me tell you the biggest tip, the most important one. Practice makes perfect. Believe me, if a year and a half ago you told me that I'd be doing eyelashes in 5 minutes, I'd be not even. because I hated it so much. And now it's like, boop, boop, boop. The more you do it every day. What else we got to do? Do it every day and you'll just become more and more accustomed to it. Find the pair that's the best for you. I don't feel these ones on. I don't feel the Ardell Demi Wispies on at all. Some of the heavy ones I will feel, and you'll know, and you'll start to experiment and find the ones that find the pair that works best for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.